Hi guys, welcome to an Actor's Notebook. Today we're going to be talking about MFAs and BFAs, that entire process. This is going to be more of like in sections. I'm not going to give it all to you right now because it'll be like a 30-minute video or maybe an hour, I don't know. It's just a lot of intricate details to this process. I'm going to mainly be speaking on the acting portion, but if you're wanting to do a BFA, MFA in stage management, lighting design, costume design, any of that, I can talk to you about that too. I was actually a Miss Ambassador at SUNY Purchase. So because I was a theater performance major, it kind of gave me everyone that had anything to do with theater. So I often talk to people who were trying to get in for lighting design, trying to get in for stage management, costume design, and also my friends who were DT students, design tech students. I knew their process already too. I talked to the professors. I could tell you about that as well. But mainly right now I'm going to stick to more of the getting ready for these auditions, or if you're stage management, your interview or your portfolio or whatever. But this part I'm going to keep more to acting. I will slip in some more different like programs in there, different sections, stage managing, whatever. But this one is mainly going to be for preparing for your monologues. So preparing for your monologues and your auditions for BFA, MFA is completely different. Even auditioning for a BFA and an MFA is different in how you prepare. So that's why I said this is going to be a long kind of video if I did it all at once. Also, please forgive me for the background noise. It's raining really bad right now, so hopefully it stops, because I've been outside all day and I don't like getting rain on. I'm black, you know, I got hair. I mean, it's fine when I'm natural, but still don't like the rain. So sorry for the background noise. Anyway, when you're picking your monologues for BFA, MFA auditions, you're gonna wanna pick the ones that best represent you, the ones that show your range, also shows a little bit of who you are. So probably ones that connect a little bit to your emotional depth, your emotional experience. You don't wanna go in as a 20-something auditioning like reading a role that's meant for like a 40 or 50-year-old, just because it's not going to be authentic to you. You're not going to be able to really put yourself in a position for a character who's supposed to be 40 or 50 and having those. There's different stages in life, and they're in a stage of life that you haven't experienced yet. So I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend picking one that's closer to your age range, and also kind of closer to who you are and your depth and what you can bring. Now, these experiences, of course, don't have to be everything that you've gone through, or you could have just written your monologue yourself. Don't write your monologue, find a play. It has to be a published play. So just find one of those that kind of shows your range, your depth. Find a good comedic monologue that is like your speed, that goes to like your comedic timing. That's really important, because you want to feel like comfortable and you want to feel like these are your words. Now, you're going to have to rehearse these monologues for a couple months before your actual audition. I highly recommend getting a coach, especially if you're auditioning for a master's in fine arts, because that's a lot more competitive than a BFA. Usually people are older, more experienced, they've already had real world experience, and they're just kind of maybe looking for just a place to study. Maybe they want to get their master's because they want to teach. Maybe they want to do it because they're feeling like everything's kind of dried up. They want to revamp their artistry. That's usually why people go and get their MFAs, or they never got their BFA and they never got a chance to properly study acting, and they really want to do it, and they love school and they want to grow in a way where you have a teacher who's telling you like their point of view and making those kind of connections. So that's really why people choose the MFA. BFAs, you're younger. You don't have really that much experience probably outside of your high school. If you do, if you're like in your 20s and you decided that you want to transfer out of your college, or maybe you never went to college, but you're saying that, if you want to transfer out of your college and go into like a BFA degree, or maybe your college already has a BFA degree and you were studying theater performance and you didn't know how much you love acting, and now all of a sudden You have this chance to like audition, and you're gonna be in school for probably 4 more years, but you don't mind that. It's fine. And so you're a little bit older then, maybe you have a little bit more experience, maybe you have a little bit more resume. But normally when you're going in 17, 18, it's more about kind of the raw talent that you have. Maybe you studied at an arts high school. You didn't have to get in, honestly, but maybe you did, and that's why you decided to do a BFA. Or maybe you've just acted your entire life, or maybe you've always wanted to be an actor, so you give it a shot. Those are really the people that audition for a BFA. They're kind of in the 17, 18 range, maybe 19 if they're transferring over. Probably max would be like 20. After the 20, you pretty much maybe just want to go get your master's. But that's kind of the age range that you'll see with a BFA against like an MFA, where you can have someone in their 30s who's married, maybe with a child, getting their master's. So it's like drastically different in kind of what kind of monologues you would choose, because you're trying to choose one that's in like your pocket, that's in your age range, that goes with your style, your experience, your emotional depth, at that point in your life. Now, I say get a coach because of how competitive it can be, but also coaches are great because you only have a short amount of time to kind of show who you are. And if you haven't had a coach that can tell you, hey, maybe switch this up here, or this part is doing really well, but I want to see maybe like you're smile a little bit on this part, show them a different depth, maybe having an outside person who also knows the process, the audition process, knows the people on the other side. Maybe they were the people on the other side at one point who are judging you, not really judging you, but yes, judging you, who are taking the notes. They know what they want to see, so they can go ahead and be like, here, take this part out. Yes, it's great, but it's not getting to the meat of it, so we'll get to the meat of it right here. They can also help you with cutting your monologues, since your monologues have to be probably about like a minute, maybe a 3-minute mark, typical for auditions. But you want to show the most range and also who you are in that short amount of time, because it's not like they're auditioning you for a specific role. They are auditioning you as a talent and thinking about, are you a good fit for this school? So your coach can also help you find the schools as well. They'll find schools that are a good fit for you. I highly recommend doing research on your schools beforehand. Maybe going on Facebook, talking to someone who's currently in that program, because while you may think I just want to get into as many schools as possible, you also want to find a school that is a good fit for you. Yes, that school could be a great school, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll thrive there, you'll grow there. Some schools are very much into fitting you into a type. So they'll make you perfect for that type of role. You're great at this type of acting. Will help you get further in that. Other ones, like there's no box. Either way, it's kind of dependent on how you see yourself as an actor and the way you learn. Some people don't want to do a lot of schools that maybe do a lot of movement, expressionism kind of work, and maybe they'll just want to do a lot of realism kind of work. Maybe they want to make sure that they have a class for learning how to act on camera. These are all things that you'll want to research beforehand. I feel like I'm kind of going all over the place, but that's just because this is very in-depth. These are all things that you should do before you even get into the audition, before you even think about the audition. Finding your monologues, making sure it's one that's in your pocket, possibly getting coaching. Or if you can't afford coaching, maybe find a friend or a professor, or someone who's in that BFA or in that MFA that you want to go to, they can probably watch your monologues and give you some feedback. So finding one that's in your pocket, finding a coach, and then also just kind of making sure that the schools that you are applying to, you have done your research. You know that they're a good fit for you. You know that you're possibly a good fit for them. And so just be an easier merge. You'll feel more comfortable there. Of course, you'll never really know until you go visit that school, or even until you audition, how the school's vibe is. I found that out. I've auditioned for BFAs, MFAs. I did the whole process. I might go get an MFA. I'm not sure. I graduated school in 3 years. Figured I might be a little young to do an MFA. When I got there, there were people so much older than me with so much more experience. I decided I'm gonna need to have that experience. I just need to jump into the real world. Now, that's not for everyone. Some people, as soon as they leave an undergrad, they want to go right to get their MFA. Go for it. Try it. I did get told in some of the audition rooms that I was great, fantastic, but they just thought I was a little young. I mean, at least I know whether or not I want to go to that school. So, I mean, even just auditioning for that, it's cool, because I know like more about these schools now, whether I want to audition for them again if I decide to go get my MFA. So that's a kind of plus, which is something you could think about doing. I'm going to stop this video right here because it's getting kind of long. And I'm going to tell you guys that the next video is going to be about more in depth of what you can expect when you actually have already done all that work, already done the hours and hours of monologues, and then you're getting there. I'll talk about the application process, and I will talk about you being there in the room with them and kind of what that experience is like. And then after that, I'll probably talk to you guys more about the main differences between a BFA and an MFA. Some people get their BFA and then they want to get their MFA, and that's fine. But it isn't necessary, and I'll tell you why later. But yeah, I hope this guy helped you a little bit. I hope you guys got something out of it, and I hope this is a nice topic. I hope this is something you guys want to hear. But yeah, those are the main things to do before you even hit the audition. Finding your monologue, knowing your pocket, knowing your age range, knowing which one fits you the best that moment. And also, you're going to be working on this monologue for a long time, so make it one that you like. You should find at least 4 to 6 monologues, just because some people want to see more than one once you actually get in the room. So finding those monologues, finding one that's in your pocket, finding a coach or finding a friend to help, and then knowing your school. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you